Hello and welcome to another episode of In Case You're Considering. I'm your host Dustin Friesenan, and just in case you were considering watching Krampus, the Christmas Devil, hopefully I can change your mind. Now this isn't the Krampus that came out in theaters in 2016. This one apparently was written and directed by Jason Hull and came out in 2013. I was looking around Netflix one day, saw it up there, and thought it was the one that was in theaters, and I was sorely mistaken.
Chasing these missing kids forever. That's all I do anymore. Now, if this guy follows the same pattern, he's gonna stop Christmas Eve night, and we're gonna lose him. We have to get him right away.
We're here to help, Dustin.
Christmas, Jeremy.
This movie is not good in any way at all. The special effects are terrible, the story is dumb, the acting is ridiculous, and there's certain things that happen in it that I just can't believe they went with, and it wasn't the good kind of stupid either. The story is effectively the Krampus comes by every year, and like he does, he punishes naughty children. Alright, fine, so far so good. And it starts off with him having thrown a kid in a sack into the lake, but that kid just crawls out, leaves, just buggers off. Krampus doesn't seem to worry about it too much. Now, flash forward 20, 30, however many years later, that kid grew up to be a police officer and is now working tirelessly around Christmas looking for this Krampus that he knows exists, and so far so good, right? Except everything that you'd be normally looking for in a quality movie is definitely not there. And fine, I can accept that of a movie that is low budget, no real skilled actors, okay, fine. But there's just certain decisions that I just have a hard time getting around. One thing is that the Krampus lives in a cave around this guy's hometown. That's where all these murders are happening every year, and Santa comes down to talk to his brother, who is the Krampus, and Santa's a dick. He's a total dick in this movie. Makes no sense that he goes down to his brother asking him to punish these naughty kids. He has no mode of transportation. He's literally got a list of like 7 kids in this area. That is it. Santa takes time out of his busy schedule to do literally just that. Come down, tell him to kill 7 kids. That doesn't make any friggin' sense, but alright, let's go with that, I suppose. Our hero of the story finds out that the Krampus is in a cave in the woods, brings a couple of SWAT buddies to go take him out. Now the Krampus, you see him swinging his chain with no one around. Flash cut to him hitting somebody in the chest, who goes down like a sack of doorknobs every time. They're nowhere near each other when any of this is going on. It is such a poor cut that it is laughable. I'll give it that. That's about the best you could say for any of that. It is a terrible, terrible fight scene where you can tell that there might as well have been just 2 people filming all 4 of the guys who are supposed to be there. And that's including the actors. 1 person filming, 1 person on set at any time. That is all they could afford. So he takes out one of the 3 guys, drags the other 2 back to his cave, all so that the main guy can see the one get killed. Alright, fine. But then all of a sudden the Krampus recognizes him. Wait a second. Let me go back to my notes. Goes back to a corner where there's these crumpled up papers, and he finds the kid's name. Just Jeremy. That's all it is. And he's like, I knew it! You escaped from me! As though somehow a random name is all he needs. And from the crumpled up papers in the corner of his cave, obviously, as I said, he's just living in this cave. He's just taking out like 7 kids a year and failing at it apparently. But it's insane that any of that made sense to somebody who's writing this movie. It's completely ridiculous. And somehow it wasn't that special ridiculous spot which was good. It was just bad. There was nothing campy about it. There was no heart in it. it's just poorly written. I don't know what they were thinking, what drugs they might have been on. The guy then escapes. I forget exactly how, because it's a very forgettable movie, but he escapes. And then comes the dumbest possible scene in this movie you could think of. So imagine you're the Krampus, and this guy came by. He found your hidden cave. You take out 2 of his buddies. They're coming to kill you. What do? Well, I could chase after him, or I could go back to this naked chick I have chained up on the wall, just off camera, and using my hypnosis that I apparently have, start molesting her. 'Cause that's a thing that I do now? What the hell? Like, obviously they had somebody who was willing to do a nude scene, and they figured that would get them some more money, get them some more views, I suppose. That gets interrupted, however, when Santa Claus comes by and is like, bro, what the hell are you doing? Snaps his fingers. She gets out of it, and he's like, hey, get on out of here. Come on. She runs off naked into the woods, in the middle of winter, mind you, so that's definitely helpful. But then he proceeds to tell Krampus that we don't have time for that. We've got a terribly naughty kid we got to take care of. Now see, this other kid here you got in the cage, I'm going to give him shit a little bit. Gives the little kid shit for being naughty and saying, but you know what? You're lucky we've got this other way naughtier kid than you. So you get a free pass this year. You are free to go, kid. We don't have time to take the 2 seconds it takes to kill you, which is apparently what Santa does. You're free to go. We got this other kid. And who's that kid? It happens to be the main character's daughter. Because how else could you possibly write a way to connect the Krampus to the main character again? You could have the fact that the Krampus just realized, wait a second, here's a naughty kid that I forgot to kill back in the day, I'm going to come after him again. No, let's make his daughter the serial killer that's killing half the kids in town just for this connection. That is the sloppiest damn writing I could possibly have come up with. It was so out of left field that I was just flabbergasted, really. She gave no signs of this until all of a sudden it shows her killing a kid for no reason after Santa says it. There was nothing to indicate that she was this crazy serial killer up until the point when she just suddenly is killing a kid. Alright, fine, whatever. Now for the climactic scene in this movie, the end of the movie features a break-in at the main character's house, and the daughter separates one to go upstairs, seduces him, only in order to kill him, and eventually the Krampus makes it around for their little, completely forgettable battle, really. At this point, the whole thing's devolved into just sheer stupidity. It's honestly just upsetting to watch. Like, how is this a movie? How is this a thing that found any sort of distribution? How is this a thing that has a sequel? It's insane. Normally, I'd give people props for having actually made a movie in the first place, but this is just, no. It's just bad. Pure bad. There's nothing that's even salvageable about this movie. Maybe the lighting was good. You could see what was going on. Like, I can give it that. But beyond that, congratulations, you made it on the Netflix. I don't know how. I don't know what you did to do that, but you found a way. And good hats off to you, sir. I wish I could find that kind of distribution for something I made in my backyard. The final thing that you'll see in this movie is they actually have a bloopers reel. So I guess they were having fun while making the movie, and there are actual things that they did that were mistakes that they cut out. So apparently they have at least that much sense that when the actors just start laughing for no reason during the bar fight scene, which happens because somebody gets upset that the main character brought a couple guys and they got killed. They got pissed off at him because some people got killed in the line of duty. Understandable to an extent. I personally would have been angry at whatever killed them as opposed to him bringing them out on a search for a serial child murderer and them getting killed in the line of duty. But alright, let's get angry at the person who asked them to do their job and stop a serial child murderer. But fine. Whatever. They did what they did, and hopefully, in case you were considering watching Krampus the Christmas Devil, I've changed your mind and will save you the hour and a half of wasted life that you would have. Until next time, I was your host, Dustin Friesnan. Take care.